Wo sind denn wir hier? Herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen deutschen Ausgabe von Tric Trac TV. Hier direkt aus Cannes 2012 von der französischen Spielemesse. Für uns sowas wie Essen, sowas wie Nürnberg, nur eben auf Französisch und mal eben an der Côte d'Azur. Nicht schlecht, sage ich euch, nicht schlecht. Während unser Eins in Zürich bei minus 12 Grad in den Flieger gestiegen sind, hat es hier mal gemütliche plus 12 bis 15 Grad und hier ist schon Frühling und Sommer. Super Sache. Als ich am Flughafen gelandet bin, war dieser junge Herr auch da und wir sind zusammen zur Messe gefahren. Mit mir hier am Tisch ist Vlaada Chvatil. Ihr kennt ihn sicher, ist der Autor einiger relativ bekannter und durchaus auch populärer Spiele wie Through the Ages, bei uns im Wandel der Zeiten, Galaxy Trucker, Dungeon Lords, Dungeon Pets und Pictomania. Die Kollegen vom französischen Tric Trac hatten inzwischen ein kleines Interview mit ihm, weil seine Spiele im Laufe des Jahres, jetzt im Frühjahr hier in Frankreich erscheinen. Wir haben da allerdings einen kleinen Vorteil, weil unsere Spiele, also für unseren Markt sind die Spiele schon da. Pictomania kam Ende letzten Jahres bei Pegasus raus, Dungeon Pets bei Heidelberger. Und ich habe gedacht, ich ergreife jetzt einfach mal die Gelegenheit und mache für euch ein kleines Interview mit Vlaada. We do a little interview in English und ich übersetze dann für euch kurz. So, great to have you here, Vlaada. It's a pleasure. We've been chatting some time before. Wir haben uns schon ein bisschen vorher unterhalten. Du bist ein sehr netter Typ. You're a very nice guy. And let's just talk about your new games for the German market.
Okay.
Let's start, for example, with Dungeon Pets, because some people might know it already, but for those guys who do not know the game, what's the difference between Dungeon Lords and Dungeon Pets? This camera here, or here, no. We take this one. Ist Spiegel leider. It's, okay, so, wunderbar. Kennt ihr?
It is easy to say what's different between these two games because they are just different games, yeah.
Okay. Also sind unterschiedliche Spiele.
It is not a sequel or expansion. It is just from the same world, and there may be some similarities. And there are these cute imps again. And this time they are not working for a dungeon lord directly, digging tunnels and gold for him. They decided to do their own business, and they started a pet shop. Okay. They are raising pets there, and they are selling them to dungeon lords.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, also, man darf nicht den Fehler machen zu denken, das wäre irgendwie eine Erweiterung oder irgendwie sonst wie eine Fortführung von Dungeon Lords. Nein, es bewegt sich aber im gleichen Universum, in der Dungeon Lords Welt, sage ich mal. Wir haben nämlich hier wieder diese kleinen netten Imps, die Kobolde, die bei Dungeon Lords unsere Knechte waren, die für uns gebuddelt und gearbeitet haben. Jetzt haben sich die Herrschaften selbstständig gemacht und gedacht, sie machen einen Pet-Shop auf. Also was ist das? Eine Tierhandlung, eine Zoohandlung. Sie züchten also nette kleine Viecherle, die sie an Dungeon Lords weiterverkaufen.
Okay, and the point when I was creating this game, I decided I want to create a game where will be some entities, some subjects that behave on their own.
Okay.
And you have just little influence on how they behave, but definitely no direct control.
Okay.
And that's this game because these creatures, they have some probabilities that they will do something, but they never do this when you need them. Mm-hmm. And you just need to know how to handle their moods and be prepared for everything. That's
okay.
And I am happy how it ended because it is still gamers game. Like Dungeon Lords, it can fool you with this cute art.
Yeah, okay.
It is not children's game or some very light game. It is gamers game.
Yeah. I don't think that this guy with lots of teeth is attracting children.
But it is lighter than Dungeon Lords.
Well, where did you get the idea for this game? Did it evolve by working on Dungeon Lords? You said, "Oh, okay, I can move this up."
Always with my games, it is that I have some ideas and some other ideas, and at one moment they join together, and I say, "Okay, this is worth to follow and to implement, to do."
Yeah.
And as I said, there was several aspects with this. I knew I want to create a game about caring about animals. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I said, they behave on their own, and I said, okay, it was very great experience work on Dungeon Lords and to work with David Cochard, French artist. And I say, what about creating a game from the same universe? And then it just joined. Okay, what about if this game with pet will be from the same universe? Imps can be great raising such pets, yeah, okay. And the pets maybe can be monsters for Dungeon Lords, and it all fell together, and I started to create the game.
Yeah, because it's nice to have some weird creatures from the Dungeon Lords universe, then actually have a pet shop game.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
It's wacky, it's crazy, and a fun theme. I think only a pet shop with dogs and cats would be too boring. I don't know.
Maybe
this is fun.
I don't know. I am always surprised how the market works, so okay. I cannot assume. But
you never know. It's
but But the point is that if a game is fantasy or science fiction, I like science fiction and fantasy to read and watch and so on. But the reason why I am doing fantasy and science fiction games is that I can afford everything. That's my if I would try to do a game about, I don't know, a real pet shop, I cannot introduce magic potions and these things, and there's lots of things that are good for gameplay, and I would need to drop them. So it's easier.
It's true. In a fantasy game, you can have a Deus ex machina by introducing magic, and in Galaxy Tracker you have science fiction technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Which behaves exactly the same like magic.
It is when I start in creating them, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I just follow the theme, and then I say, okay, I would like for the gameplay, it would be great if there will be something like this.
Yes.
How to explain it? Magic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
So when you like fantasy and science fiction, why now party game?
Because I like to have fun too. Yeah, that's. There was recently several new drawing games, and I enjoy drawing games. I always enjoyed drawing games. When I was younger, and I had led some group of children free time activities and so on, and we always had some competitions or some games with drawing and so on. And I said, okay, I want to create my own drawing game too. Yeah, and the idea that was interesting enough for me to follow it and create a game was that I wanted all people to draw at the same time and to guess at the same time. Yeah. So the game is much faster and you draw much more.
So how much Galaxy Tracker is inside Pictomania?
I think it has something in common here, because the point is that I am doing some heavy games, and I like to play to the ages, but only from time to time. And some people are very long thinking with such a game, yeah. And I always prefer if players are playing intuitively and quickly and so on. Even the heavier games, yeah. And when I was creating Galaxy Tracker, I said, yeah, that is that is solution. Yeah, there's still lots of things lots of options and so on, but you can't take forever. And the same applies probably for Pictomania, because yeah, you can draw perfectly maybe if you are really trying and so on, but it is much more fun if you don't draw perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah, if there's funny mistakes and so on, and this time pressure ensures this. Yeah,
Yep.
because if you are drawing, I saw people that really can draw, that are doing drawing as for living, and they were not very good at this game because they draw perfect picture, but when they are finished, the others with their triangles and circles well clever organized. Yeah.
Because
was
I
faster.
think the innovative aspect of Pictomania is how to describe with a pencil some abstract terms like friendship.
Yeah,
That's hard, and this is
it's hard, but you don't need to explain friendship in detail. You just need to make it so people can recognize it from other relationships. That's difficult to do. Yeah, but you see the list of words. Yeah, and there is friendships and treason and lots of similar. Charity and so on, and you have to think, okay, I need to draw it so people can recognize from this list of words which one it is. Yeah?
Which one and not the others.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Which makes
And
it
if you, even the people who are guessing, can use this to say, okay, if he would be drawing this, he would be drawing the different way probably. Yeah. Why he's drawing this strange thing? And imagine if I would be him, what I would draw, if and so on.
So-
But it is the highest difficult level. Yeah.
Okay.
There are 4 difficult levels, and in the low difficult level, it is about drawing very quickly, and then there are these funny mistakes. Yeah.
So what would you say? Is it better to play it with complete strangers, so you learn to know each other, or is it better to play it with close friends because you know how they work in the mind?
For me,
Oh, it's-
it is always better to play games with friends. But that's just. Of course, it works with strangers, and you can become friends when playing it. Of course,
Yeah,
yeah. It's different. I saw when testing it. I saw very interesting thing how this group thing can work, because in this stress and time pressure.
Yeah.
There was some fairy tales on the list.
Fairy tales?
Fairy tales,
Okay.
yeah. And the first one was Sleeping Beauty. Sorry, Sleeping Beauty. And there was also Snow White, like 6th.
Okay.
Yeah. And the person who has to draw Sleeping Beauty. And he draws some sleeping girl, lying girl, and 7 dwarfs around it. Yeah, because he was mistaken at this moment. And there was Snow White too on the card. And from the other 5 people, 4 guessed correctly it is Sleeping Beauty, because they made the same mistake.
The same.
Sleeping, definitely, they was not reading the rest of the card. And 7 dwarfs, okay, 7 dwarfs and Sleeping Beauty, that's okay.
So they all
It
have
would,
to
would
read
probably
the
not
fairy
have not happen if they had enough time to think about it, but it was funny.
Okay. So, in this year, 2012, what new games can we expect from you? Any expansions or new projects?
I believe there will be no big project this year, because last year was pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
Mage Knight is my most complex and most difficult to develop game so far, and I need to take some time, and I am preparing projects for the next year. And this year I'm doing several expansions for Galaxy Tracker, for Dungeon Lord,
Okay.
and for Mage Knight.
Okay. Our Mage Knight gets an expansion as well.
I don't know.
Maybe.
If there will be some expansion, I should work on it just
we
now.
won't tell it anyone.
Okay,
it's
that's
just secret between us.
okay.
Okay. So we have a little preview of the Dungeon Lord expansion. Maybe Note can show it. It just arrived at the fair. Ich kann ja wieder auf Deutsch sprechen. Wir haben hier ein kleines Bild von einer kleinen Erweiterung, die jetzt gerade hier auf der Messe in Cannes angekommen ist. Ich werde versuchen, ob ich euch bei Yellow ein paar irgendwie aus dem Ärmel leiern kann. Dann können wir nämlich eine kleine Verlosung auf Tric Trac machen. Wäre ja nett. Ansonsten kommt das Ding wahrscheinlich als Teil einer größeren Erweiterung später im Jahr nochmal. Ja? Bleibt dran und ich gucke, was ich für euch tun kann. So, Vlaada, tell us about the Czech gamers. What is the scene in your home like?
Czech gamers, I believe they are pretty good. I mean, really, last year in Essen, I believe on Europe Masters, Czech teams were first and gold and bronze. Yeah. So,
Okay.
and there is a tight community. We are a small country, but it is ever growing.
Yes.
And
What's the situation about games? How can you get it online or in special shops like in Germany as well?
Yeah, you can actually you can now you can get them online, of course, in Czech shops, or of course you can get them from foreign shops. Yeah. But usually if you need some game, it is easy to write to some shop and they say, okay, we have or we order. Yeah. There are online shops. There are specialized stone shops. Yeah?
Hobby stores, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and most of games you can that are at least they are localized, which are localized. Basically, you can get in normal toy shops, yeah, toy stores.
So I can go to a toy store in Prague and say I want one copy of Galaxy Trucker, and they might have it. Okay.
Yeah. It's probably. It is maybe these are heaviest game that can be bought normal toy shop, but they can.
Okay. We talked about Mage Knight. You're not only designing games for CGE. No?
Not only, but I love designing games for CGE because I can then to be with the game to the very end, and to. But I'm also doing for local Czech companies and for sometimes for foreign.
Okay, so is game author your main job now? Can you make a living of it? I'm doing games as author and working on them as editor on Czech Games Edition, not just on my games, because I said that there will be no bigger games from me, but there will be bigger games from CGE, from different authors. Okay. And of course I will work on them too, and I think they will be great. Okay. So how was the work with WizKids for the Mage Knight game? Because it's a heavy and complex game. Did you approach WizKids, or did they ask you and said, "Oh, you're the man for a"?
I was approached by WizKids. Okay. Yeah, I was approached by WizKids, and I'm really glad this happened, because I would probably not be, because I said, okay, big American company, I will create big American game. It's not such American as you would probably guess, but this scale, this epic scale, I put into the game. That's.
By saying scale, you mean with miniatures and a lot of cards and stuff?
Actually, for me, the epic scale of the game is also the theme. Because I like the idea that there is some kingdom that is at war, and there are some armies and some forts and so on, and then 3 or 4 single heroes
Yeah.
came through to the magic portal and conquer this kingdom entire in 3 days and 3 nights. Yeah,
Yeah, because they're mage knights.
Yeah.
They're powerful heroes.
yeah, that's it's funny because actually the word mage knight, the mage knight is old miniature game,
Yeah.
and the word mage knight term mage knight was never used in this. The heroes, this is new type of heroes. Yeah,
Okay.
we created for this game. Yeah, that is. There was nothing called mage knight in the original mage knight game. Yeah.
So, no mage knights in a mage knight game.
Yeah, that was just a title of the game. Yeah,
Okay.
and it
To
was-
to have a game in the range of mage knight, because the brand mage knight is very popular.
yeah, and there's very rich lore behind mage knight. Yeah. Lots of factions and lots of events that happened, lots of heroes that have their history and so on. And I really hope that it will be much more. It will get much more into the next expansions connection to this
Yes.
world.
And it's easy to expand, right? The game.
It could be easy to expand, but I know myself. I will spend lots of effort and time to find the best ways how to expand it. Yeah.
Alright, I think we're done. Ich glaube, wir machen jetzt hier mal Schluss. Wir haben einige nette neue Informationen erfahren. Ich werde hier für euch auch noch ein bisschen mich umschauen und ein paar Fotos online stellen. Auf Twitter könnt ihr mir natürlich auch immer noch folgen und vielleicht kriegen wir noch das eine oder andere zusätzliche Video hin. Ich sage auf jeden Fall mal Dankeschön für eure Zeit. Dankeschön Vlaada für seine Zeit, für das Interview.
Bye.
Und wir verabschieden uns bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.
Okay. Now I should write with kids that I announced the expansion.
I think it's.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
You didn't say when.
Yeah.
Maybe the expansion is for 2015.